Right. Okay, guys. Oh my God. What's up, man? Kebab Father in the building. How you all doing? Well, we got two people in already. Amazing. Yo, yo, yo. Big shout out to all my TikTok crew. Big shout out to all my YouTube crew. How you all doing? This is the Kebab Father. Today's show we'll be talking about TikTok and we'll be talking doing a bit of a QA session with the Kebab Father, aka TMD. I know some of you don't really know many facts about me. I'm kind of a little bit underground. So today we're going to do like at least 50 questions, maybe. So we are currently multi-streaming at the moment. So we're on TikTok Live and YouTube. So guys on TikTok, follow me on my socials, the Kebab Father on YouTube, TikTok _ the Kebab Father, Instagram, Reddit, everywhere. I mean, I am everywhere. We come to post bomb everything, man, on here. So without further ado, guys, let's jump into these 50 questions. Or number one, what was your favorite food when you were a child? That's a very good question. I think as a child, probably the best food was probably my mum's homemade curry, and she used to make really good chapatis. I think your mum's cooking has to be the best, right? There's no argument there. There's nothing that will ever beat your mum's cooking. Facts, right? So my mum makes original curries from scratch. She grounds all the spices. She makes all her own chapatis, everything, and she does it very professionally as well. By the way, so I would say definitely my mum's curry, man. My mum's curry is the best, most definitely. What's By the way, if people are joining the chat, please be part of the conversation. What's your most favorite childhood food from when you were a child? I think when I was a kid, the thing that I didn't like was broccoli. I didn't like broccoli as a child. Don't know why. Now I love broccoli. Broccoli is amazing. Question two: what's the number one most played song on your iPhone? Well, with music, I don't really have a favorite song, a favorite art, because I grew up through obviously the mid 80s. I grew up through the 90s, and obviously the music genres changed quite a lot. So in the mid 80s, when I was a child, um, I grew up listening to a lot of pop music. My father back then was listening to a lot of blues. He's into the blues. He used to play harmonica and guitar. But as I got older, during my kind of early 8 to 10 years old, I was into Michael Jackson. Big up Jacko, man. So Michael Jackson. I got into heavy metal, Motley Crue, Guns N' Roses, Poison, Whitesnake, all those kind of glamour rock bands. And then after that was like the era of like acid house, techno. Obviously, the Prodigy were quite big, so I got into a lot of. Well, it was kind of like Prodigy that got me into like hardcore techno and music styles like drum and bass, techno, trance. Trance was big in the 2000, and at the same time, I was actually getting into like hip hop music, ragga. So that influence of like dance and ragga, which was obviously jungle, turned into drum and bass. And then now I kind of like listen to a lot of stuff. I listen to different types of music. Psyching, recently I listened to a lot of like reggaeton. I love reggaeton music. I love like instrumental traditional music styles from like China. I'm getting into that. I like Japanese shamisen. I'm into everything. There's nothing that I play the most. Because on my iPhone I have like multiple apps, like Mixcloud, SoundCloud, Spotify, and whatnot. So I listen to a lot of music from around the world and genres. What is one of your favorite quotes? Oh God. I don't know, man. Quotes. There's so many. Like basically any quote that's like, never give up, always keep fighting kind of thing. Those kind of motivational quotes are my favorite. There's so many to reel off, but kind of like motivational quotes. And number four, what's your favorite indoor outdoor activity? Outdoor activities, well, I mean, going out, drinking, socializing, I kind of like that stuff. Indoor, I like watching movies, chilling out, getting a pizza, watching a movie, just chilling, watching TV, whatever. Nothing crazy. I'm getting older now, so I tend not to go out as much anymore. I just don't have any time or money to do stuff. But when you get older, I think you just like to stay at home, and I'm paying for this house, so do you know what I mean? Yeah, young people won't get this. You're watching, if you're in your mid-20s, obviously you're going to be going out at least, 2 or 3 times a week, enjoying yourself, which I have no problem with. But yeah, those are I mean, I like going out to, like, me and my wife, we like traveling. We like going out to like Japanese rukans, youth hostel places. Yeah, kind of that kind of stuff. Number five, what chore do you absolutely hate doing? Oh, probably the worst chore is probably in Japan is cleaning the bathroom, man. Because like in Japan, for some bizarre reason, because there's no like filtration or air filters, like the bathrooms in Japan get dirty really quick. I'd say cleaning the bathroom is really difficult. Doing the dishes after a big meal, that's a bit of a nightmare. But yeah. Six, what is your favorite form of exercise? Good question. So, believe it or not, going out to Dick J666 out there. I do swim. I used to be a very proficient swimmer. I've started swimming again. Swimming and cycling. Swimming because like there's no pressure on your bones, there's no stress. You're less likely to get injured doing swimming. Cycling, really good for burning carbs. And obviously I just like to get out in the countryside where I live. Really nice to like chill out, go bike riding. You see so much cool stuff nature wise. Amazing. I'm not into jogging and I'm not into running. I just don't like it. Walking's not bad. I don't mind walking, but yeah, running, jogging, no, not for me. Seven, what is your favorite time of day of the week, month of the year? Ah, that's a good question. So obviously you guys know that I live in Japan. I think my favorite months in Japan are probably October, November, because the weather's cooled down. My worst months I hate in Japan are now February, March, so cold and windy. And I hate Japanese summertime, which is just for you people that don't live in Japan or people that have never visited Japan, yeah. Um, in summertime in Japan, it's so hot. すごいの暑いよね。8月ね。8月は大変だよね. August is the worst. It's so humid. It's so hot. Like you'll take a shower, a cold shower. You'll go out for less than 5 minutes and you'll just literally be saturated in sweat. That's how hot it is. And that's like 8 to 10, 12, 13 hours a day. Just constant heat. It's like living in a sauna. Big shout out to you, Gawain, as well, out on Facebook, who's coming to visit Japan in a couple of weeks. An old TMD member. So, man, big up the TMD squad in the building. My favorite time of day, I don't know. Recently, I enjoy waking up really early in the morning. Like in summertime in Japan, don't get me wrong, it's really nice to wake up really early, about 5 a.m. It's just nice to like just relax in the sun. But if it was on a general thing, I think maybe I don't know. I kind of like the time scale between like 6, 7, 8 evening. Just chill out. I like that time. Day of the week. Oh, not there's not really. I work every day now. I will be working every day in coming this April. I have to get another 2 jobs, so I'll be working maybe 3 jobs. So there's not really any time of the day that I really enjoy or will enjoy in the next coming weeks, unfortunately. Number 8, what's your least favorite mode of transportation? As you all know, I live in Japan. I fucking hate the trains. Now, just let me re-emphasize this. A lot of tourists and a lot of people around the world think that, Japan has the world's best train system. I'm just doing stupid shit on TikTok, man. Now, the trains in Japan, in theory, are better than most train services around the world. But if you live here and have to go to work here and you have to catch the train into Tokyo during rush hour or try and get your ass home, it's the worst, man. And honestly, I've been in Japan for 15 years, and I'm gonna tell you now, man, it's not fun. I don't like it. I really don't like the trains. I'm just turning this effect off here. I don't like the trains in Japan during rush hour. Yes, they are pretty frequent. They come every 5, 10 minutes. But if you're finishing work at like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that time scale on a train in Japan, it's the fucking worst. You're squashed, you can't move, it's hot, it's just unbearable. It's just the worst. And I don't care what people fucking say. Oh yeah, the trains are great in Japan. They're not. They're not fucking great. They're only great because they're fucking frequent, right? But if you live and work here, the trains are not fun. Now, some train lines are pretty good, but if you're working in Tokyo, they're just properly squashed out. You've probably seen videos on TikTok, Instagram, wherever. Yeah, it's not fun. So I would say trains are my least favorite modes of transport. 9, what is your favorite body part? What kind of question is that? Oh no, I don't really have a favorite body part, but I'll probably say my eyes, even though they're fucked at the moment. Obviously, with my eyes, I can see the world, I can see nature, I can see things visually. Without my eyes, being blind, it'd be just horrible, man. So I'd say my eyes. What sound do you love? Oh, fucking hell. What kind of question is that? What sound do you love? This is going to be a very complicated one unless you know about drum and bass music. But there was a producer called DJ Spirit who unfortunately passed away, I think maybe about 6, 7 years ago. Duncan, RIP Spirit. And we got Steve Digital that, yeah, they were part of the Phantom Audio record crew. And those guys, I think it's digital sample, but there was a specific sound sample that I love, and I can't really describe it, and I can't play it on here for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's basically like a very distorted piano note. And if you're into drum and bass or D&B, you'll know what I'm talking about. What if questions 11. If you could throw any kind of party, what would it be like, and what would it be for? I would probably throw like a big party for my 50th anniversary wedding. Obviously, all my kids would be there. I just have all my family around. Nothing crazy, nothing like super spectacular, anything like that. But yeah, just me and my wife and my kids. That's it. Just very humble, man. And what would it be like? Very simple. Just all our favorite foods, that we like. Just our family. Just keep it small. I'm not into like big gatherings, by the way. I'm not into big parties. I'm not into that shit. I like keeping things private and small. So I'm very simple so to speak. Is that light doing all right on TikTok, guys? Do we need to ramp it up a little bit? Wow, this fucking light's bright, man. Glad I got it though. Right. If you could paint a picture of any scenery you've seen before, what would you paint? Okay, that's a very good question. Obviously, I've been in Japan. I think from Japan, it would definitely have to be some like landscape oil of like Mount Fuji and the lakes around it. And I've seen that view from Yamanashi-ken. I think from the UK, because I'm from the UK, it would have to be like in a British forest with oak trees with fog, early morning, fox and barney owls fucking flying around and shit like that. Because I'm really big into fantasy, Lord of the Rings, kind of that stuff. So anything like that would be a really ideal thing for me to paint. By the way, I am a professional freelance artist. By the way, just throw that out there. Right, 13. If you could choose to stay a certain age forever, what age would it be? Oh my day, that's a fucking good question. I don't know, man. I'll be 45 soon. So, mm, I think in my mid 20s to no, let's just say 30s, probably. Oh, thank you for the rose. Arigato. Thank you. So, ごめんなさいね。皆さん、今からね、二人のライブストリームね、YouTube と、TikTok と、日本語はちょっとお話しします。すいませんです。皆さんね、頑張ってください。ちょっとのバラバラの英語と日本語はいいですか？よろしくお願いします。So I'm just telling the TikTok people that I speak a little Japanese, and this live stream is like 50%, 50% 英語と日本語. So I'm speaking half and half. Thank you, user 683334. Arigato. Thank you for the rose. Arigato. So, yeah. And if you want to join any comments in TikTok, please feel free to chat. And also on YouTube, Shoko-san, ohayo gozaimasu. Michiko desu. Yoroshiku. 14番, 14. If you knew the world was ending in 2012, what would you do differently? So this is an old website. So let's say if the world would end in 2026, what would I do? I don't know what I would do. If I had lots of money, I would probably go to my favorite countries or countries I haven't visited before. I would probably go to Hong Kong, China, go to Thailand, any hot country, Mauritius. I would like to visit some of my friends in America, in New York and California. Hi, Anna. Good morning. So yeah, if the world was going to end next year, I would want to visit all my friends and go to places that I really enjoyed visiting. Thailand because I like Thai food. Hong Kong and China because I like food again. Oh, good morning, Ayana. Where are you from? Are you from Nepal? Namaste. So in Japan, guys, most of the TikTok people, there are lots of people from Nepal on TikTok Japan because I think in Nepal, I think TikTok is banned, right? In Nepal. So they can't use or access TikTok in Nepal. So a lot of TikTokers are actually from Nepal in Japan. A lot. And most of them work at like convenience stores like 7-Eleven, Family Mart, Daily Yamazaki, なんだっけ、Lawson ね。Family Mart. So. Mini stop. Yeah. So big shout out. Oh, you're from the Philippines. Oh, you live in Japan. Oh, please make me some adobo, and singsag from the Philippines, man. Big up the Philippines. Red Horse, Lenchan, Sigsag. Oh man, there's some really good foods out in the Philippines. Are you working as an English teacher, Ayana? Do you work as an English teacher? So obviously, I worked with lots of many Filipino gins in Japan. Lots of Filipino teachers are coming to Japan now, which is really good. Uh, Number 15, if you could choose anyone, who would you pick as your mentor? Oh my God, Sensei. I don't know. If I could choose any teacher in the world, it would probably have to be, I don't know, my old art teacher, Mr. Styles. No, bed making. あ、そうなんだ。わ、すごいね。わ So Ayana from TikTok, she's from the Philippines. So you make futons, or are you doing like hotel work? Or do you work in a hotel? Are you like a chambermaid staff member? Wow. Okay. Where in Japan do you live, Ayana? Are you living in Chiba, Tokyo, Yokohama, Saitama? Doko? Ah, Tokyo. Okay, cool. You know, I work in Tokyo, but I live in Chiba. Question number 16. If you could witness any event, past, present, or future, what would it be? Oh, that's a difficult question. Yeah, that's a good question. So, what would I have liked to seen in the past? Probably because I like history. I would have liked to see how the pyramids were made by the Egyptians. In the present, I want to see. No, in the future, I want to see my children when you're in form, sir. Okay. So in the future, I would like to see my children have kids. So I would be a grandfather. In the present, what do I want to see? I want to see the world in peace and everybody's in love and everybody gets along. There's no war, there's no fighting. Everybody's like friendly with each other, right? Everybody's doing TikTok. Everybody's doing social media. I think that would be my perfect thing. Nice to meet you too, Anna. Hey, please subscribe to me. I'll subscribe back to you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I presume maybe that you're from Cebu out in the Philippines. Obviously, in Japan right now, we have a massive, big Filipino community. Um, a lot of them have brought their culture to Japan. There's a lot of half Japanese people as well, half Filipinos. I can't speak Tagalog, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm gonna have to learn some Tagalog. Tagalog. And by the way, I wish there was more Jollibee. We need Jollibee in Japan. So if you're from the Philippines, please contact Jollibee Philippines. We want the Jollibee to come to Japan so we can eat the pasta spaghetti and the crunchy chicken. We got Gina in the building, Jabins. Sure. またね。Okay, はい。わかりました。そうね。はいはいはいはい。あ、日本語は上手よね。すげえ。Question 17. If you could learn to do anything, what would it be? Oh, so many things. Obviously, learn languages. I want to learn languages. I'd like to learn how to cook, like pastry, pies, like a patisserie. Those are my two objectives. Question number 18. If you. Hi, hi. はい。でも今日はお仕事ですか？お休み。私はね、お休みよ。4月はスタート。だから私は英語の先生ね。はい。ああ、そうなんだ。じゃあ頑張ったね。頑張ってね。So Anna's at work. My new TikTok fan is at work. What's up, Kichi? Kichi-san. Ohayo gozaimasu. Sorry, the kanji is a little bit difficult, so it might be difficult. I can't read the first two kanji, sorry. So, 日本語はちょっと難しいね。私は漢字は、really bad. Sure, ne. Okay, so I basically wished her good luck. She's up. なんで面白い。最悪よね。私、最悪。日本語はわからない。ちょっと漢字は難しい。ひらがな、カタカナは大丈夫。でも、漢字わからないよ。It's very difficult to read 漢字。ごめんね。すいません。日本語、ちょっと日本語どこですかですか私は日本語はちょっと話します。でも、漢字はわからない。でも、some 漢字は OK、大丈夫よ。じゃあ、ヴィンス・ジーナさん。でも、あなたは日本人ですか？何は人ね。ちょっと大変だね。OK。18. If you had to work on only one project for the next year, what would it be? So obviously, I teach English in Japan. So obviously, I'm going to be busy doing AI English curriculums, maybe at my school next year, hopefully. 19. If you were immortal for a day, what would you do? Immortal means that you basically won't die. If I was immortal, I would probably like to maybe like go to the Ukraine or Russia or somewhere like that because I couldn't die, right? I like to see what's going on the battle lines there. By the way, TikTok, YouTube, if you have any questions for me, please write in the comments. そうなんです。そうね、私はこれです。こん、こん、どこですか？私、カタカナはなんだっけ、どこ？こん、今度こですか？私はね、イギリスから来ました。でもは日本は住んで、千葉です。Yeah, so I'm from England originally, but I live in Chiba. I lived in Japan like 15 years. Going back to this, 20, if you had to change your first name, what would you change it to? So this is a good question because I have two people from the Philippines in the chat. Uh, Filipinos have really long names, like because they have to use like a Catholic name. I think that's right. In the Philippines, they use like Mary. Am I right? But the Filipinos have really long names. Now in Japan, long names is kind of strange, right? So it's really difficult to get Hanko stamps and sign documents or like banking and stuff because their names are so long. Um, my first name is 3 katakana characters, so it's very easy to use on a Hanko. But if your name is Jezebel, Mary, I don't know, Cortites, it's very difficult because obviously the Philippines historically have a background with Spain. Is that right? The Spanish were there. So in the Philippines, Spanish, English as well. Oh, you join the live creator. What's up, you Chan? Ohio goes